Hi YouTube. It's going to be a little bit different this one. So usually I'm doing gym wear reviews. This time I'm actually going to review some trainers I got for Christmas. I haven't really seen these around that much, so it might be useful if you've seen them online but you don't really know anyone that's had them before. I definitely don't, but they keep popping up on my Instagram and I've seen the brand around a few times. So I'm just going to have a quick look at these for you. And there's a few things that I definitely want to cover and emphasize, and that is the sizing on them, and also how to tie the laces, because the laces are kind of a bit long. So just to let you know what we're looking at, we are looking at these, if that's going to focus. So these are Arkk Copenhagen, that's a brand. The brand's called Arkk, and these are the Raven FG 2.0 S-E15 Disrupted Camo Orange Men. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Brilliant, what a great name. Anyway, here's the box. So this is how it came. I actually really like the box as well. Not that it really matters, but you know. So it's very smart. It's got Arkk on the front there. Logo just to one end. And then sizing info. I don't know, maybe it just looks like a normal shoebox on the video, but when, I don't know, it just feels like really smart. It's just a nice little touch. And there's a size info as well. And in the name, obviously, the brand is Arkk Copenhagen, so they're from Denmark. So you have to be careful with the sizing. On the website, it's all Euro sizing. So if you're buying these from the UK, or you're not used to like Euro sizing, usually you just sort of like straight convert it, like using an online converter for your UK size to the EU size. For some reason it doesn't work. Like this UK size right here, 7.5. I'm usually an 8.5 or a 9. Most of my trainers are a 9, to be fair. But if I could get half sizes, I'd usually go with an 8.5. So I would say like 8.5 is my true size. These UK 7.5. So I would order a size at least half a size down from your usual size, if not a whole size in UK sizes. And it's kind of weird because I just went on the website and you can go on the FAQs, and one of the FAQs is like, do your trainers fit true to size? And it says the Raven line, which is these that we've got, fit small. So they say order one size up from your Euro size. I literally haven't got a clue. I don't know how that worked. Luckily, the person who bought me these read through the reviews, and there were some reviews from people saying that they came up big. So to order a size down. So like that's what I did. When I opened it, I was like 7.5. Like, it's never gonna fit. They are a little bit tight, so I'd probably say half size down if you don't like a tight fit. If you like a tight fit or tight-ish, go a full size down from your normal size. Anyway, let's get this open. So it's the first thing you see. So you got like the Arkk branding on the tissue here. I have worn these, by the way, so I'm probably gonna put like unboxing in the title. It's not really an unboxing. Well, it is because I'm unboxing it, but it's not the first time I've unboxed it. So I have worn these, so you can see the bottoms are a little bit mucky. I wore them out today and it was dry, and then came back from the gym and it was wet, so the bottoms are a bit mucky. However, these are the shoes. So this is what they look like. So they're pretty leery. They kind of look a little bit more salmony colour in the video, I think, at the moment. But they are actually quite orange, so I don't know if that looks orange to you or not. But anyway, let's have a quick look at the trainer itself. So the front of the trainer here is kind of like a meshy style, and then the bottom's pretty solid. Like some trainers are quite soft at the bottom and like springy, but these are pretty solid, I think. And the thing I like the most really is how they're laced. So there's basically like little things down the side which are holding the laces in place there, and they kind of like threaded through there. So I've got to be careful not to break those because they don't feel particularly sturdy. It feels like they could probably snap, like if you caught them on something. So I'm gonna have to be careful with that, because if that happens then, well, to be fair, I probably could wear these without laces, because they're pretty tight, but that's because I got a whole size down, so if you don't want them so tight, go half size as I said. Anyway, the logo's on the side there, so you can see the A on the side. There's also some writing down here. This says stable E15, which I guess that's the S-E15 that we've got on there. And then, so the front is kind of like meshy, but then towards the back, I guess there's a little bit of mesh along the bottom. But it's kind of like this nice sort of like texture, I don't really know, like pattern kind of thing. So like 2 different tones of orange, and then the back, it's got Arkk up the back on this loop here. Yeah, and then there's the tongue. The tongue's quite big, so I just had a quick look through the website. I think they do like ones that come higher up as well, like if you like a higher top. The tongue, I guess it does look kind of big on there as well. So you have to be careful like with what trousers or joggers you're wearing these with. So when I'm wearing my jeans, I'm like rolling my jeans up, because otherwise your jeans either get caught underneath or they sit over the top and it doesn't look too good. So get your ankles out with these ones, roll your jeans up. They look fine with joggers, to be honest, but that tongue is quite long, so just bear that in mind as well. Woo. Now, the thing that I wanted to get onto is the lacing, because it doesn't actually look too bad at the moment, like lace like this. That's how they are on the website as well. But the laces are really long, like look how long this is. So when you do it up, they're still like kind of flapping around a little bit. So you do it like normal lace, and then if you put it to the side, it kind of sits like in line with how the laces are going across the shoe as well. So they sit like that. So to be honest, that looks alright, but I found another way which I think kind of looks like a little bit better. So I'm going to show you. It's pretty tricky to do, so I've had to undo it to show you guys how to do it, because this is how they're going to come. So just to show you how you actually, well, how I'm doing it now, which I think looks a little bit better. So what we need to do basically is to take this lace and go back over the shoe again. So it's almost as if you're like following that pattern, and then you need to get it through that last one and put it back up through. It's probably not making much sense, but I'm going to try and do it like so you guys can see. So this is going to have to come over the shoe. Make sure it's straight as well, because it's going to look rubbish if they're twisted. So that comes over, and then you want to try and get that through there, which actually wasn't too difficult to do this time. And you're going to do the same on that side, so pull that one over. So basically what you end up with is this coming over this way, and as you can see, it's not quite as long. So we're going to do the same the other side as well. Again, make sure the lace is straight, because otherwise it's going to look stupid if it's twisted. And then you're going to thread it through there and put it through. So then you basically end up with them looking like this. So you can't really tell that you've done that. That is sticking out a little bit more at the bottom, and it might be putting more pressure on these, but I'm not pulling them tight, so just be careful not to pull them too tight, because otherwise it might put pressure on those and pull them out. But anyway, you end up with laces that long instead of, I'll show you with the other ones. So that's the difference. So you can see they're really long on these ones. Here, not so much. I usually I've tucked my laces in with shoes that look okay if you can tuck the laces in. But obviously with these, like, you can't really, they're going to look a bit silly if you pull that. Actually, not look too bad, but it's not going to look great if you're putting that back and putting that in there. So we've made them shorter by looping them through again. And basically what I do, now the problem now is that they're not tight enough to tie as you would normally, which they might look okay shorter because there's not so much like flap around. So what I'm going to do, basically I'll just do it here, I'll show you. So I've literally just tied, like crossed them over as if you're going to tie your shoe normally. Obviously there's now not enough lace to do a bow with, but I'm just going to do that again. So just knot them through again, like this. And then I'll just leave them like that. So it's basically like double knotted there. Don't put it too tight in case you need to like undo them again. And I just try to make them sit like with the laces going across, so like this. So that's how I like to lace them. I only figured that out after like a few times of wearing them and thinking that the laces were just too long, especially like when you're walking as well. So they won't always sit to the side where they look okay. So for example, like on this photo on the website, I don't know if you can see that too well, but the laces look okay if the bows are sitting side by side or to the side, but obviously when you're walking they kind of like flap down in front. It doesn't look so good. So with these, you've literally just got like a tiny bit of lace and it kind of just sits like that. Now I think that looks better. If I try the other one, you may not agree, which is fine, you know, you can tie your laces how you like. If I bow that, so that's the difference. So yeah, I don't know what you think, like maybe you like them bowed, but if not, just loop them back through once more. You get a lot shorter. Sometimes they stick around, stick up a little bit, but yeah, I don't know, I think that looks better. So that's the shoe. So the lacing and the sizing are the two main things really, but I really like these, like they're pretty comfortable. I will video me like with them on just so you can see like how they look on with like rolled up jeans to give you a better idea. But yeah, these are sweet. Like I really like bright, loud trainers. So these fit the bill pretty well, and I really like this. I just love the style of these laces. Kind of remind me of football boots that I used to wear when I was younger. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're pretty smart. I've had like a few comments on them as well, like people asking where I got them from and stuff, because I don't think many people have seen trainers by this company before. So as I said, the company's Arkk. They're Danish. I don't know what the delivery fees to the UK are like, so I got these as a present. But you can probably find out online. And these are price. Probably should mention the price. So these are 135 euros. I didn't realise they were that expensive actually. So with the exchange rate being pretty poor at the moment, I don't know, you're probably looking at like 115, 120 quid. So they're not cheap, but I like them, and chances are not many other people will have these, so I would recommend them. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up and down with like videoing so you can see how they look on with jeans, but I'll put the link to this product in the description box below. And if you found this helpful, please just let me know. If you've got any other questions as well, just pop them in the comment box down below, and I'll get back to you. Also, sorry, again, I've been looking at the screen, which is flipped up rather than the actual camera, so I'm probably just staring above you the whole time. But it's all about the trainers anyway. So yeah, that's the bottoms, by the way. Probably easier if I put it that way. So yeah, branding on the bottom as well. But yeah, these are cool, check them out.